Hey everyone, UC here from my trade price. It is a little after 5 Eastern, September 15th. So since we did not make a weekly video this past weekend, so I thought of making this midweek. Well, not really midweek, it's almost one day left for the weekend. So yeah, I mean, it's just been crazy market action, but really good from trading perspective. So I think this video it's not more from the perspective of the analysis and all that, but just want to make it from the perspective of how you can utilize the morning notes. I know I've made these videos previously as well few times, and you can find them on YouTube, but thought of making this another one just to kind of refresh your thought process and all that stuff. So anyways, I think the best way to do that so that it gives you confidence in terms of developing your thought process and how to read the morning price action, right? So let's look at a couple of charts here. So let's start off with NQ, right? That's one of my favorite ones. I trade that actively. Our thoughts was that 12,270 being the pre-market or the overnight high was our reference to get bullish above, right? So once the market opened, the price never got to that level, and you can see that it was sort of the price action was sort of moving in this bearish pattern, right? In this range bearish pattern, and then once it broke down below 12,159, that would have meant it's getting weak and wants to go even down further below, right? So that was the sort of the thought process. Now let's see what actually happened. NQ right there. Let's go into a smaller time frame. Let's go to like 500 tick chart, right? I know if you're not familiar with tick chart, you might want to go and take a look what that is. It's just a more granular level charting. But let me go into, let's do a 5-day, right? Okay, so actually let's just go to 30 minutes, just give you a better view. So yeah, so this was the bearish pattern, and the overnight high is 12,270 right here. And then once we broke down below this, right, 12,160. Now these levels are updated for tomorrow, right? But you got it, right? 12,160 was the level that we were looking for the price to get below as a potential breakout off of this for this bear flag. And that's exactly how it played out. So preference should have been only looking at the short setups, right? Unless or until the price would have gone above 12,270, right? So similarly in QQQ as well, right? If we go and pull up the chart of QQQ that we shared in the morning, so to lean bullish, right, it clearly told you that only once above 297.5, the chart would lean bullish. Bullish in a sense that it would be not aggressively bullish, because that would be its first attempt to get above this bearish pattern, right? So you still want to give it a chance and see how it handles this area. Does it break out? Does it just kind of makes a higher low and then breaks out further higher? So those kind of things, right? You don't have to be a hero, try to catch the bottom. Most of the successful traders that I have come across in my earlier years, and now even still when I talk to them, like for example, if you're looking at a daily chart, right? I'm just kind of being sidetracked here a little bit, but I think it will help you. Is that if you are trying to, for example, if you were right here, right? Don't keep on buying over here just because thinking that it market will rally, right? If you want to buy it, look for some clues as to forming higher lows. Is it breaking the latest swing highs, which would have meant breaking out above this one. So try to catch it on the pullback. Then that's how you if that's the trend, right? If this was the bullish trend, right, then ideally you should be getting in here and coming out right here, right? I mean, from trading perspective, right? Don't try to short at the top. I mean, yes, it's all hindsight. It looks pretty nice, yes. But again, just follow the trend, right? And following the trend, the bias is very important to have some pivot levels to trade off of. Okay, so let's look at QQQ. There you go, right? So where is the QQQ? There's a chart of QQQ. So yes, we said no bullish unless above 297.5, remains under pressure below 295.7, and breaking down below 294.7 would have meant a potential breakout trade, right? Even if you don't want to trade that, at least you get the clue that the market is bearish as it's breaking down, right? So now let's go take a look at what happened in QQQ, right? Let's look at 15-minute chart. So here is the price action. Let's go to 30-minute view. So this is where we were, right? This is where, actually I'll bring the other levels, it's just better to do that way. So let's go a 5-minute view, right? So here's the bear flag, right? It was forming right here, and right when the market opened around 9:30, I think we did see a little bit of move up, and then just it couldn't take the overnight high at all, and then 297.5 was the number that we would have felt a little bullish above, but it did not happen. The price kept on going down, and then it retested that level, 294.6, right? So that's again a good level to short again, because that would have meant a leaner and a tighter stop loss, right? So think from risk and reward perspective, and this thing is just looking still weak. Now going into tomorrow, right? Again, depends on how the pre-market action is, all that stuff, but as long as we are below 293, 294.6, right, the pressure remains to the downside. Even above that, 296.9, 297 can be your intraday target on the bullish side, depending on how we open up and all that stuff. But 293.1 to 294.6 is your resistance level on the upside. Below that, remains under pressure, all that stuff. Okay, let's look at a couple of others. Let's see. We had this another one. Let's take a look at, for example, Google, right? We have been bearish on this name on a higher time frame for a few days or maybe weeks now. So now it remains heavy below 106, right? That was this morning commentary, simple as that. So if you go to Google, you can see 105.6. It couldn't really get above that price, so that means it's weak, and you should be looking to short this name on strength, right? If I bring the levels, there it is. Let's bring the 5-minute view, right? That's where we opened up right here. This was all the pre-market action, right? And right when we opened up, it couldn't get above 105.3. That was the resistance from yesterday. Intraday, it get back down. Then once it broke this support, it retested that support and it got rejected hard, and then it just gave a good almost $2 flush down to the downside, right? So still looks weak. Still, I'm holding puts for this name, right? On a higher time frame, it still looks like it wants to go down. We'll see what happens on a day-by-day basis, but just giving you a weekly view, right? This is looks like $100 or 99.7 if you want to be exact, sort of the downside target, as the bear flag that we had been waiting for all this time is playing out now. Hopefully it does not fail and it goes all the way to the target, but at least you get the idea of how to read the morning notes. So if you're new to the platform, give it some time, take some trades on the paper, see what you could have tweaked based on the morning notes. Just don't have to rush through it. So that's what I'm saying, right? So hopefully you guys have a good week and you banked some good profits. So if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. Thank you guys, and have a good rest of your evening. Bye-bye.